Hello, we are the students for Multimedia and Digital Animation, and my name is Hector Flores Hernandez, and these people right here are my partners. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Devani.
I'm Alejandro.
Janet Ayala.
Yeah. All of us are students from the major Multimedia and Digital Animation, and we're all coursing the semesters 5th, 6th, or 7th. You'll figure it out later. Now, to begin with this interview or season, we're gonna be asking, what can you tell us about the major that we are taking right now? You, as students that are already here for at least 4 years, what can you tell about the major?
It's very difficult.
It really has its ups and downs, but it's fun.
I have a lot of subjects to studies.
Well, what is the, as students, what can you say is the major about? What is the purpose of the major?
Well, it kinda wants to uh, uh, create people that can analyze and solve algorithms for different areas, coding.
It's about programming to web or video games, something like that, or animation too. Um,
It's focused on programming of web for web, video games, database, and 2D and 3D animation.
Okay. Well, as my partners here said, uh, the principal focus on that the mayor has is video games, but also, as we see the programming, we can also develop different kind of softwares that could help to almost in every other job. Well, we continue with what would you say? Okay, let's pretend that I'm a student. I just graduated from the preparatory. What would I need to be a multimedia in digital animation?
um,
What kind of previous knowledge?
Math, programming, physics, art, and design.
but you not you didn't need those things perfectly. If you are interested, it's okay.
Yeah, like Janet said, it's basically the interest on the topics, and also in you have to have a lot of interest in technology because that's what we work the most on.
So the only thing that I need to know before I get in here is I'm interested in the technologies,
Mostly.
mostly. Okay.
Or a sense about the subjects that they said.
Have notions on the subjects that they said.
Okay. Do you think there is a particular skills that the people need to be here or to at least survive here?
Maybe the comprehension.
I need teamwork.
Okay, teamwork. Also, self-learning and a lot of patience.
of patience. You need a lot of patience.
What
Trusty.
okay, you have to trust in your partners. That's a good one.
Mm.
I'd say, well, you have to be humble and
Why,
know
why,
your.
why humble?
Well, you can't always try to be the star of the team. Like, sure, you can support your team. You should always support your team, but not be the star and always try to do everything by yourself.
Mm.
Okay.
Every person have his job.
Admit that every person has a team worker.
Mm.
Okay, so if we are, if you're going to be part of this mayor, you're going to need that. You need to have at least the working teams that support each other and share the knowledge that you know.
Mm. In the major, in every subject, you need to work in team. So you need to know how to work with them. So you need patience and be humble about that.
Anything else?
Well, off the top of my mind, you have to be creative
Okay.
and innovate with your projects, because a lot of them, even if it's just coding, they ask you to have a good design and not just functional but user friendly.
Mm, maybe creative to something new. No, repeatedly.
Reuse or repeat
Oh.
other content or other creations.
So
Yeah,
we
no,
shouldn't
content.
we shouldn't do that.
We shouldn't.
No. No.
Okay. Now, we've been here for at least 4 years. Some of us maybe are less in distance to get graduated. So, what could you say about the difference, about the knowledge that you started and that is right now?
Mm, for me, I started with nothing.
Nothing, zero.
Nothing. And here I learned more about animation or something like to creative person, more for mm,
Okay. Well, in my case, it helped me to decide on what I wanted to do, because at first I wanted to be just a programmer, and well, with the art subjects, I noticed that I could do some stuff too. So now I'm technically both, and do some stuff of art on my own, and not relying on artists, which is another thing that you have to know, because you can't always rely on other people.
I started learning C++ coding, but now I am used to developing in other language and animation 2D and 3D modeling art.
Is there anything else that?
Well,
Good.
the 3D animation,
Mhm.
it changed the perspective of how I see movies, for example, or
Okay.
special effects, because now you know how they do that, and you know roughly, at least, how to do that yourself.
Would you say that maybe kills the magic about?
And actually,
like
to
movies?
me, it makes it even better because now I watch the movie twice, one for the plot or the story of the movie, and the second to see the animation and actually like see if I could do or repeat some of that and do it for my own stuff.
And about about that, we know how they do the things and how they use the things. I mean about the colors, what the colors, the composition, why in that form or not
That angle,
that
that
angle,
of the camera, why
Or-
not something higher?
what that voice or the sound or something like that. Why they use or why they choose those things to uh, a movie or
Even ads and commercials. It's also something that helps you understand how it works.
Now, uh, for a last question before the conclusion, let's talk about the jobs. What would you say that is the perspective about the current jobs that that you can actually be in, that you can help or you can be part of
the jobs.
the jobs?
Mm, some people about from here go to web or go to design or animation or programming or what else?
Well,
Photography.
some people
Photography.
go to as photographers and database developers, which is there's a lot of job of that here in Monterrey.
Mm. Or do um projects
Their own projects.
and
Uh, some people even start their studios as artists, 3D or 2D, and well, what else?
Video games.
Yes.
games.
Yes.
I was expecting that was the first one.
Well, to be honest,
Is it really hard?
no, but to be honest, it's a really small percentage
Okay.
of people that actually develop video games, because a lot of people through the way find what they actually want to do, and so a lot of people go and derail to databases or web, and there's a really small percentage of people that actually code for a video game.
So you're saying that even if the major is for video games, not everyone are into video games.
no.
No. What happened to that people? I mean, because it's known that for being a multimedia and digital animation, you need to know both areas, the artistic and the programming. So what happened?
Well, it's hard to tell, but maybe the career was too much for them and they just dropped out. Or maybe they chose another thing through the way, like maybe they did finish the whole career, but their deal was more about databases or front-end web develop, like HTML or CSS, or others were back-end and decided to program the behavior of the web page.
Sometimes when we study, we change our mind and say, first, I like that and that and that, and I want to study that. But uh, when you finish or um, I don't know, you change your mind and see other subject and you say, oh, I'm thirsting about that subject. I want to know more about it. And sometimes the persons uh, choose uh, these jobs about the money, what, uh, how much they pay.
Okay. So there are people that just this pay me more, so I go there.
So sometimes
Okay.
I vote.
Now, um, before the conclusion, these were answers like any student could say, yes, that my major is this. But personally, how do you feel being LMAD? It's hard, tired, feel.
Tired.
Yes,
Really?
but in the end, it's a nice feeling.
It's a nice feeling.
It's
Like
a it's a
success.
it's a tug of war. It's a tug of war, and you love it. You love it and you hate it. There's no in between.
Mm,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Now, I think that's the end of the questions. I don't know. Any conclusion that you wanna say? I wanna say one, but you wanna say two.
Mm.
Just as a small conclusion.
Well, if you come to this career, you have to love what you're doing, and you have to be sure you're gonna love it, because it's all a huge investment,
Mm-hmm.
and you need a lot of time. You need a lot of time
Okay.
for every project. You need a lot of time. Don't procrastinate, please.
Well, I think that is pretty much that my parents have to say. Now, about me, because I also am a student of multimedia digital animation. I think that like everything they said, it's really hard to be a digital animator. Yes, you get tired, and there are a lot of times that you just wanna quit everything. That you're, nah, I don't wanna do it anymore. It's hurting me. I don't want to. But at the end, it's a great feeling to know that you accomplished something that you maybe never thought you would. Um, I think that if anyone is interested on being a multimedia and digital animator, you need to have a lot of guts. Yeah, because you're gonna use it everywhere to just stand there, to fight for what you want, to say what you want, to do what you want, but also you have to follow some rules. And sometimes you're going to be alone, but you always have a team. There is always gonna be a team. So everyone is welcome on your risk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.